Students, welcome back to the online classes. I hope you have read the poem Amanda and the homework what I have given to you to write the summary. I have given the question answers. Believe that you have written it on your copies. Please maintain your copy so that whenever the school reopens, you are able to show it. Okay. Now today I am taking the new lesson number 5, the 100 dresses, part 1. So I will read the lesson for you, paragraph wise, and give the explanation also. Okay, so listen the lesson carefully. So let us start. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat, but nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. Usually, she sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat, the corner of the room where there was most scuffing of feet, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. So the narrator starts that Wanda Petronsky, it was the Monday, and this girl, Wanda, was absent. She was not there in a seat. And her friends, that is Peggy and Madeline, they were the friends of Wanda, and even they also did not notice that she was absent. Now, Wanda was a very different type of girl. She used to sit the back seat, next to the back seat. She used to sit, and it was room number 13, almost the corner room. And she used to sit in the corner classroom, with the boys who were not good in marks. They did not get the proper marks. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, she was very quiet and into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. Now, Wanda did not, sit with other people, those who are very rough and making a lot of noise and all. Where she was just the opposite. She was very quiet and rarely spoke something to to his friends or anything. She was not a naughty girl. She was very silent, very quiet. You can say that she was in her own world. Uh, Even when she laughed, she used to laugh or she used to smile in such a way that people may not make out that she is smiling or laughing. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. Now, in the class, nobody knew about her, about Wanda, that why she chose to sit in that on that back seat. Nobody knew about it. Some people thought that because she had come from the Boggins Heights, maybe a kind of a low class, low standard school from there. That's the reason maybe they thought. But she never. And whenever she came to school, her shoes were muddy, always muddy. And no one had time to find out that why she was coming in this fashion. The time when they thought about Wanda was outside of the school hours. At noon time, when they were coming back to school or in the morning early before school began, when at what time people started thinking about her, or what time they saw her is the is time is at the noon time when they come back, after games, or maybe break or something like that, or early in the morning when they come in twos or threes, like you people come in the school, no, when you come to the school, as soon as you reach at the gate, school gate, you wait for your friends and you go in twos or threes, as much as you have got friends along, make a group and come talking, laughing, no, maybe pointing out others, commenting on others. We people walk. The same way here also happened with Wanda. These students came in groups, either in two, three, or more than that, and they came to the school yard. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in school either, and nobody noticed her absence again. Now they waited, all of them waited for Wanda to come to have fun with her, as you people also do when you wait for someone with whom you want to make fun. So she also was a laughing stock for others. Next day, Tuesday, again she was absent, and again nobody noticed about this. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda wasn't there. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. Maddie was her closest friend. The reason Peggy Now, on Wednesday, when again they saw that she's absent, this time Peggy and Maddie, they noticed and they started thinking what happened. No, because they were the good students. They both score good marks every time in the exam, and they sat in front rows. Okay, and Peggy was the popular among girls. Okay, popular girl in school, and everybody loved, whether it is teacher, whether it's students, everybody liked her. Maybe because she is rich, maybe because she is good in studies and all those things. No, so everybody loved, and Maddie was with Peggy always walking around. Now they saw about Wanda because one day she became late in the school. They had waited for Wanda to have some fun with her, and she just hadn't come. They often waited for Wanda Petrovsky to have fun with her. Now, what do you call Peggy and Mary? They both used to wait, in the beginning, in the early in the morning, when they come to school, to make fun of Wanda. But she did not come, and that's the reason that they became late always, and they always waited for her to come, and they used to make fun of her. Wanda Petrotsky, most of the children in room 13 didn't have names like that. They had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Allen. There was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce, and people of the name of this girl, Wanda Petronsky. For, for most of the children, it was something not funny. They thought that what is this name? Because there people had simple names, Smith, Allen, like that. So they were not worried. No, they were thinking that what type of name is this? They had a student in their group whose name was Bounce, Willie Bounce. So they again made fun of him that he may be always bouncing, and that is the reason that his name is given as Bounce. But Petronsky was totally a different one. Wanda didn't have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Now, Wanda did not have many friends because, as we have seen in the beginning, that she was very silent girl. She was very quiet girl. She never used to talk. So, could be the reason that nobody became her friend. She came to school all alone, went back alone. There was no one to accompany her, no, while coming or going. She had a dress, a blue color dress, which whose color was faded away. She was not having anything, any other dress to wear. And properly, it was here and there. So people were a bit away from her, and people used to, all the other girls used to sit together, group together, talk together in the schoolyard, that is in the school ground, and they used to play, and she used to sit far away and watch these children playing. Wanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Wanda, she would say, give one of her friends a nudge. Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? So Peggy would make fun of her, no, always no make fun of her because she used to wear only one dress every day and come to school, which is not so tidy, which is not ironed. So Peggy used to make fun of her, and she used to just to laugh at her, to make fun of her. She used to ask her how many dresses you have, or how many dresses you have told how many dresses you have hanging in your closet, and she what to call Peggy and her friends used to laugh at her. 100, Wanda would say. 100? Exclaimed all the little girls incredulously, and the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen confidently that she has got 100 dresses, that also different types of 100 dresses. And when other little girls heard about it, they all were disbelief. They were not ready to believe that she is having 100 dresses. Yeah, 100 all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Peggy. Yeah, all silk, all colors. Velvet too. Yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses. Wanda would repeat stolidly, all lined up in my closet. So Peggy went on, no, make fun of her, and she did not give up. Wanda did not give up. She also said, "Yes, I have got 100 dresses, all silk, all lined up in my closet with the different colors." Even Peggy said, "You may be having velvet also." She said, "Yes, of course, I have got velvet also." She was not showing any kind of feeling that they are making fun of me or they are pulling my leg. No, she was never thinking about that. So she went on, and they other girls, even Peggy, was surprised. What girl she is? She's coming every day in one dress, and she's saying that she has got 100 dresses. That means she's just telling the lie to them. Because if she had 100 dresses, then why she is wearing only one dress without ironing, and that also not so tidy. So all were know that she was telling lie to them. So she did not feel anything about it. Wanda just keeping her nerves. She did not get angry. Nothing. She just went on. Shrieks. and peals of laughter. So when she goes far away, all of them laugh because they know that she is telling lie to them. 100 dresses, obviously. The only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this, all alike. Oh no, every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. So they used to make fun of her when she goes away, and they just make laugh at her. They say, "Oh, you may be having, no, you are coming always in one dress, that also blue dress. You are coming every day, and you are saying that you have got 100. What a stupid story you are saying. Then you may be having plenty of shoes also. Then 60 pairs, 70 pairs, and that also different one. So they made fun of her, of Wanda, especially Peggy. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. So Peggy always started this game, making fun of Wanda, and her Peggy's friend Maddie. She also joined with her to make fun of Wanda, and like them, other girls also joined. Whereas Wanda would go quietly, putting her eyes down, moving slowly back to her school alone or to home alone. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that that was a lie. Why did she want to lie? And she wasn't just an ordinary person. Else, why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. Now, Peggy was not so cruel also. She was a good girl, she was smart, and she never liked other people, other children ragging other students or newcomers, or making fun of others too much that the child may cry. She never made Wanda cry. Of course, yes, she used to make fun of her. She used to ask her a lot of things and all, make fun of her, but she never made Wanda cry. So that was a plus point of Peggy. But when others say that you are showing injustice to yourself, stop others by to bully, and you yourself is bullying Wanda. So how it is possible? Then she said, "I am not making her cry, no. So why you are making these people cry?" As for Medi, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. Medi was poor herself. She usually wore somebody's hand me down clothes. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggin's Heights or have a funny name. Now, Medi was another girl different from Peggy. She herself was a very poor girl, and she used to wear the dresses which were thrown by others, or no, made over by others. She never asked how many dresses you have, or how many hats you have, or how many shoes you have. She never bothered about these kind of things because she herself was poor, and she knew that what is goes. So that was the thing that she never did. She was thankful that she is studying in a good school, and her name is not so funny as Wanda. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda. Exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy hadn't invented the dress game. But suppose Peggy and all the others started in on her next. She wasn't as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. Of course, she would have some sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. She wished Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. Now, Maddie sometimes thought that why Peggy is always making fun of Wanda. No, she did not like this, but she could not speak against Peggy because she herself was poor and Peggy was rich and she could do anything. And Peggy knew that Maddie also wore clothes of others. So if she comes to know about it, then they will stop making fun of Wanda and they all will jump on Maddie. And that she cannot take over this and they may have fight and all those things. So she just kept quiet. Of course, she did not like what Peggy did, but she had no other way to stop her. So she could not say anything. She just kept quiet and joined Peggy to make fun of Wanda. Enough for today. We will have rest of the chapter tomorrow. Until then, keep safe. Stay at home. Be safe. God bless.